There are 5,000 reasons those people would never call a real estate broker. The first and foremost is publicize what's going on in my life.
Mm.
No way. Put a sign out in the front yard means I've got to explain myself to everybody in this neighborhood. No way.
You're listening to Flip Empire, the show committed to helping real estate entrepreneurs who want to build their empire without sacrificing their life. Your success and freedom starts now with your host, Alex Pardo.
They approach this business kind of like a one-size-fits-all. It's splattered on their marketing. We buy houses as is. We pay for your closing costs, blah, 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 blah. And you talk about the right side of the brain, and it's your ability to communicate and to connect with people. And I believe that starts with your marketing materials. Can you just talk about, that's one of the things that really shine through when I go through your materials is you approach this business very different than most. So talk to us about that.
Well, let's start with the reality that we all know. Of the last couple hundred properties I've bought, 2 have been listed or known to anyone else, right? And so I'm going about finding opportunity very proactively and very sincerely. What connects us, Alex, as people aren't the mountaintops. It's what I call the human condition. People's lives are challenged, just like ours are, right? The transitions of life are sometimes very overwhelming.
True.
So as I look at certain properties, I can get into what the human condition might be in that situation. And then I can, with my marketing material, say, hey, listen, you might be in this situation, right? And every neighborhood, every demographic has certain common threads that are tied to the human condition. It's where people are in that place in life. And if you think about people approaching their 60s and 70s, let's take something so simple as a 2-story house. When you turn into 70, that becomes something that is not very functional anymore.
Right.
And so I may identify every 2-story house and everybody who's lived in that house since it was new. The plat was built in 1975. They've lived there all the way through. I know they're in their older age, and it's a 2-story house. I could customize one piece of marketing to say, hey, listen, I have a feeling that this house may not be serving you like it did when you first moved in. I would like a chance to purchase this home. I'm sincere. I'll sit with you. I understand that it may feel overwhelming to get from where you are to where you want to go, but I'm the guy that can help you do that. If you'd like to have a conversation, hey, I'll bring the coffee. We'll sit in your living room and talk, no obligation. For example, right? That would be one little campaign. But it's always putting yourself and inserting yourself into the human condition. If I look at high-end properties, for example, you buy high-end properties? Yeah, I have, right? What's the number one thing that people who own homes over $1.5 million value? The one thing. What is the common thread among those type of property owners? It's confidentiality. There are 5,000 reasons those people would never call a real estate broker. The first and foremost is publicize what's going on in my life. No way. Put a sign out in the front yard means I've got to explain myself to everybody in this neighborhood. No way. I'm going through this. I'm going through that. Their lives are complicated. They're moving fast. They have assistants. They're hardly ever home. They may be going through a divorce. I mean, all these things. But the bottom line is it's nobody else's damn business.
Yeah.
And if I can say the word confidentiality and sincerity 4 times in a letter to high-end properties, you can't even imagine the calls that I will get on that.
Hope you enjoyed that episode. But before you go, I've had a lot of people recently reach out to me wanting to learn more about Ascend, wanting to understand how the mastermind component works, how the coaching relationship works. And so right now we're actually on a waiting list. But what I would encourage you to do is, if you think you're the right fit and you think you could benefit from being a part of our community, head over to ascendyoursuccess.com, watch the short video, and then just click the apply to join button below. And then we'll be in contact with you if and when a spot opens up. So really appreciate you listening to Flip Empire here, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next show. Take care.